Hi, and welcome back to the Triggered Newscast. First, I just have to say that I'm incredibly disappointed with both our Senate and our Congress. The joint sessions of Congress obviously have devolved from what was going to start off as a debate into what is now a childish display of traitors selling out our country. Now, despite the incidents today, no matter who is responsible for storming the Capitol, whether it was a group of Trump supporters, whether it was just a few individual Trump supporters, whether it was a group that was hijacked by Antifa members, or if there really was some campaign for insurrection to attempt to hurt certain members of Congress, surely there's individuals out there who have lost it and are extremely upset right now. So I couldn't put it past certain individuals to be part of some insane conspiracy. But however, that does not give the congressmen or the senators the right to decry that now it's not important to debate the election integrity, that suddenly they should certify Joe Biden. In fact, more to the opposite, it is more illustrative that now it is important more than ever that we get this right. I'm so incredibly upset that they have not decided to recertify or to send back certain slates of electors to those states that need to more carefully examine issues and resolve them so that the American people, all of them included, feel like there was a fair and thorough effort to ensure the integrity of the election. Now, it's one thing to keep discounting that lawsuits were thrown out, but you keep missing that they were thrown out on limited procedural standing, and they were thrown out for very minor spelling errors. It was not because of lack of evidence, it was lack of standing. Now, again, more than 90 lawsuits, there were only 4 directly related to Trump, and many more that are still ongoing. It is not over in the courts. There's a Supreme Court case about to be heard. If anything, for these senators to not only not double down on Arizona, to back off Arizona and to back off every other state, you might as well cut yourself off the ballot because we want you gone. This is not about party. This is about America, and you're a traitor. You're selling out our country. We don't want backhand deals. We want open, transparent elections. We want to see the ballot. We want to, in fact, I think it should be hole punch driven. You should have to photocopy your ID onto that. There should be no way to deny it. It should be maybe backed up with Bitcoin or some other blockchain encryption through RFC, scan chip, maybe some other QR code. There should be no way to fraudulently vote in any election in any state. This is the 21st century. If I can buy Starbucks with a phone app, I should be able to vote securely in a way that no one else could either hack or reproduce my vote with the same integrity I keep with my Starbucks and my debit card. And we can't do that in an election. And you're going to say that investigative authorities that the president has in his council do not have the right or authority to see open access information, and that their experts, their data analysts, cannot sufficiently analyze data? It's ludicrous. And the fact that you have all backed down just because of other events, even if by some crazy stretch of the imagination, all Trump supporters stormed the Capitol, even if that narrative were true, it would only be even more illustrative that more Americans do not believe in this election than at any other point in history. And that the actions they undertook were more substantial than any other time in history. Now, personally, I don't believe that it was pure Trump supporters, nor do I believe that the actions of those individuals are illustrative of the greater body of Trump supporters. There's plenty of individuals who didn't go to D.C. but support the efforts of debate and are saddened by the fact that senators are not willing to debate but are caving in. The backhand deals And we're done with it. Americans are done with you guys. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm not encouraging violence. But maybe we need more citizen arrests. Maybe President Trump, if he's out there, if he's listening, maybe you should use the Insurrection Act, or maybe you should have claimed martial law. Maybe you should have taken control of the media when you still could have. But now they've really painted a very disturbing corner, not only for President Trump, but for all of his supporters, in a way that we should also be fighting against. I will not be painted as a racist. I see pictures of people posting, possible Antifa supporters, but relating tattoos that have to do with Norse mythology to Nazi symbolism, which is just not true. Yggdrasil and Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, these are not Nazi symbols. The last vestiges of white culture cannot all be tied to racism and nationalist identity. It's just not true. I'm very upset. I'm very determined to keep fighting against this unfair narrative, against the mainstream media. I will keep fighting for justice and truth and integrity. Hopefully you guys will keep supporting me in that effort. Please, if you do like the content, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone else who might appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And we'll see you at the next Triggered Newscast.